finger out of the way. Chat going. Fix my necklace. Alright, what's going on, guys? This kind of looks weird behind me, but we are on the Ohio River in a different spot. Turn the camera around, let you guys see it. This is the Licking River mouth. Normally, we're standing about, let me draw the line here, show you kind of how high up the water still is. It's usually probably about out that far where the water starts. It's up about a good 5 feet still. So, Guy Howard says, sorry I couldn't be there. Catch something big for me. We're gonna try, man. Thanks for joining in. Turn my Wi-Fi off, make sure I don't sneak onto somebody's Wi-Fi. We got a guest today, Kyle Mullins. He's got the Whisker Stix swag on today.
Right.
Let him see the back, Kyle.
Yeah.
So he's got the lime green from Teespring, classic edition. I got my river rodder holders as well. Can't wait to use them. Yeah, these are Kyle's custom river rodders, Ohio State version.
Right, go Bucks.
Black, gray, and red. I got mine in here. I ain't got nothing out yet. We just got here. I wanted to get this fired up, let you guys kind of see how things are. We're gonna try this. I've never fished this spot in high water. I know what it looks like underneath, everything that's submerged. We're literally standing on about 6 feet thick pile of mulch. They've been going through and cutting all these brush down and all these trees and shredding it up. This is literally like 6 foot high pile of mulch. Normally I'm down there where that sign is, and the water is right out about up to the sign. You can't even get to the Licking River mouth right now. So we're gonna try just to fish just outside of it in this current break. You can kind of see that's where their main current line is, just above that green line. So we should have some slower water here. And I'm hoping with all this stuff that's submerged that's out there, all these sunken trees and stuff, we might get onto some nice fish. So we got skipjack, bluegill, and buffalo for bait. We got 3 hand-sized bluegill. We got pretty big buffalo and an even bigger skipjack. This this is the freshest, so I'm going to use it up first. This is still solid as a rock, frozen. And so are the bluegill. So I'm gonna turn this camera around and set it down so I can get stuff set up. And if you guys like what you're seeing, give it a thumbs up, share it with your buddies. Don't let me drop the camera. I dropped the camera and it triggered Bixby. So if you guys like what you're seeing, give it a sub, give it a thumbs up, share it all over Facebook. And we'll keep on trucking along. We'll get these rods out real quick, get some lines wet, and then we'll get back to chatting. I just wanted to whip a hook out there and see if 4 ounces was going to be enough weight. I think I'm going to put some demon dragons on. Keep my bait floating. Okay. I think we got some more comments. We're going heavy duty today, guys. What's up, Gomer? Where's that 70-pound flathead blue channel pike?
That's one hell of a mutant.
Yeah, that's one mutant fish. Your wife's on here. Look at those handsome boys. Your wife's on here and my mom's on here.
Hey,
What's going on, guys? We're doing pretty heavy duty. I got a 7/0 Mad Catter HD hook, big old skipjack head, Demon Dragon, 6-ounce flat bank sinker right here. Pretty heavy current. We're gonna slap toothless out there and see if we can catch a toothless fish. Find trying skipjack out first. Some heavy weight. I got too much stuff. I can't find my other demon dragon. I'm just gonna clip a regular bobber on there. It's not a peg float, but it'll do the job. What I'm doing here is attempting to hold all the stuff in the gut pocket. By trying to put the hook through as much gut as I can and out the belly ridge. It's a big scale. Some big skipjack.
Yeah.
Probably wouldn't hurt to set it in a smaller piece. Okay, break time. Okie catfishing's in the house. Terry Atkins in the house. You got your clickers on? You might not be able to use them. Got too much current.
Let's see, the other one's small.
One little debris hits it, it's gonna trick you. Okay.
Give it a shot with that for a while.
Let everyone know about our special this month and what things are going on with Whisker Stix LLC. Yeah, so we are officially an LLC now. If you guys didn't notice the name change yesterday on the Facebook page, we are official LLC. We have the Mother's Day special going on all month this month of May. My sunglasses are fogging up. We have 15% off on all pink and purple lights that are included in an order. So if you order some Whisker Stix and you have at least one pink or purple in it, you're gonna get 15% off your order all month of May. And that's to honor all the mothers this month. For the month of May, it'll end to May 31st at midnight. We do have a military discount for active servicemen and women. That's something year round we do all the time. Never expires. You show your proof of service, whether you're a police officer, firefighter, Army, Navy, retired, active, reserve. Doesn't matter. You're putting your life on the line for the country. We give you 10% off as a way of saying thank you. Okie says your clicker sounds like current.
It stops moving, that's cool.
My fingers get in front of the camera. I would like to have a black and white t-shirt with catfish on the back saying eat, sleep, catfish, repeat. I think Team Catfish owns the copyright to eat, sleep, catfish. So you might want to double check on that before you have that made, Chuck. Everybody's loving those demon dragons. I haven't really got to use them often enough to prove out whether they're a make or break deal breaker for fishing. I just know it's a floating device that I got right now. It's easy to slip on the leader and it's convenient to use, and it's keeping my bait off the bottom. I do like the way they look. I do like the rattle. I think it's really neat. I'm just not, I haven't been able to prove how effective they are, but I do like them.
Dieter's video on that wasn't bad.
Dieter did a real good video on it. He did a lot of comparison, a lot of number checks on them, comparing just a plain Jane Carolina rig to line rattles, like the Versa rattle, the hooker terminal tackle rattle, the Demon Dragon, regular peg floats with a line rattle, peg floats without a rattle, Carolina rig with just a line rattle and no peg float. He tried to throw up every variety there was. Waiting for another Bill Dance blooper again. Everybody's loving those Demon Dragons. Yeah. Alright, I think I'm all caught up. I don't have to spend an hour doing it like Luke Henches does. So let's give you guys a view. So I'm using my ugly stick and my flathead rod. Kyle's getting tricked. Reel down on it, see what happens. Wouldn't that be something if it loaded up?
Hot shit.
It's pretty swift current.
Yeah.
The really swift current's out there, but this is still pretty heavy. I mean, it's not too much has changed in 2 weeks. I bet that's that first thing that hit your first line. He's never used Abby Garcia's before. He got these Black Edition rockets and he's loving the clickers on them. He's got a flathead rod and a Big Cat Fever rod. And we're all rocking our River Riders and Whisker Stick swag. I like using the clickers myself when it's like a lake or there's almost no current. You don't have to sit and watch for the rod bend. You can just wait for something to take it. But it doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to be swimming away from you. If they're swimming at you, your line's just going to go slack, so you need to be watching anyway. But it is a really good audible indicator that, hey, something's on your line. He will take anything he hasn't had any noise on his line yet. That's what your wife said. He will take anything he hasn't even had any noise on his line yet. Oh, okay.
No, we got skunked.
You'll take anything you haven't even had anything on your line yet. That's what I get it.
Skunked all.
Sorry, Lauren. Oh. Looks like it let go of something. It bounced, but I think that's just hopping down the bank now. Like the sinker finally broke free off a rock or something. Got my fishing license. When I get my poles back and I get a day off, I will come and fish with you, Tim. All right, Chuck, come on down. Get on over there and put some lines around that bridge pylon. Oh, around there? I don't think I want to mess over there right now. They got a lot of construction going on over there. Just over the hill there, they got a bunch of gravel, a bunch of rocks. There's actually a bunch of sunken metal over there I've lost a couple nets on. Trying to get greedy getting shad because they are thick over there. But every time I throw my net, I've seen the shredded it. I don't feel like snagging on all that crap. I've done pretty good over here. I've just never fished it this high. Good morning, y'all. Beautiful city in the backdrop. Yep, that's downtown Cincinnati. Got the Red Stadium. Over there you got Paul Brown Stadium. There's US Bank Arena, where I think the 2019 Catfish Conference should be held.
I'll take a vote for that.
They could have all the boats on display down here at the public landing.
Yeah.
And then you're fishing 5 minutes from the venue. You could buy your gear, go out, test drive it, and then figure out if you don't like it and bring it right back.
Yeah,
If you don't like it, you can just return it. Yeah. I think this will be a great venue. Well, now we're just going to be hanging out waiting for some bites. We had a couple other guys that was supposed to come out with us, but we didn't hear from one, and the other one had to run some errands before he come down here, so I don't know if he'll be showing up late or not. Rip, I like the old stadium better than the new one, but the new stadium is nice too. Yeah, I think I've only been in the Red Stadium twice, maybe 3 times ever since that one was built.
Their first bowl game gets the
And I've never been in the Paul Brown Stadium. I've never went to a Bengals game.
both nice.
I've probably been in the US Bank Arena more than any of them.
Yeah.
I like looking at it from afar. You should check your bait. I'm trying to pronounce that. Architectura Lille. You should check your bait. I've been to Seattle and San Diego, both really nice. I've never been in either.
No, me either. Never been that far west.
This is a really cool scene at night, guys. If you guys get to come here at night, imagine fishing here at night. The city's all lit up. You got some street lamps behind you to light some things up. Your car's parked right up there just on the road at the top of the hill. You just hop down here, fish a little bit. And over there is the BB River boats. Is where you can get on and off the BB River boats. That's the Majestic over there. It's the name of that boat. They're telling us we need to check our bait.
Who's got it out there?
I went to Bengals games with Boomer and when Boomer and Icky played. Yeah. There you go. I think I was a baby. I've been to a Reds game since they They built it like 3 times. Never been to a Bengals game since Paul Brown. He wrote Beagles game. That's about the way they've been playing. I'm a Houday fan, but I'll call them Beagles.
Cincinnati Beagles?
Yeah, Cincinnati Beagles.
Well, they haven't been winning as the Bengals, so
Yeah.
maybe a name change will help.
They're the Bojangle Bengals. Joe Lutke has a birthday today, Facebook says. Alright. Clearing all these notifications.
Watch Mr. Ellenberger on Catfish Weekly last night?
Yes, I did. You guys got anything to say about that? I'm gonna set this down. So I gotta plug my charger pack into it.
I gotta tell you, that was a lot of good information right there.
That was a good seminar.
That guy is like just a walking repository of knowledge.
Very, very intelligent angler. Got a bunch of college students walking around up there probably wanting to know what we're doing.
Fishing? What's that?
I hear them walking and talking and laughing. We're having fun. How mine stayed been 2 weeks ago when I was down there.
Yeah.
And I was just talking and that thing went. It was just all the way down to the ground. I almost couldn't pull it out of the rocker. I got half his body out of the water on the land and I was trying to lip grip him. And he wouldn't open his mouth. And then he edged up hard enough to snap. Not a lot of grass. Not getting bites, try something different. Yeah. Ripple top. So all I did was I brought it in and I cut my length of my bait in half. I cut the gut pocket side out. Made it a little bit smaller, see if some smaller blues or channels want to grab it that might be hugging the bank. Constance Hanaka says good luck. The view is awesome. Tammy, thanks for joining. Elstan, thanks for joining. You remember Porky's downtown? I don't remember Porky's. I remember the movie. I remember the Porky's movie. See, Tammy's in here. Ripping Tip Outdoors is in here. I don't want to block. Up and down the river, the lights are on. Yeah, it's a beautiful view at night. It's a great view at night.
Come down here and do a Whisker Stix demo at night.
See that? Big old fish just jumped right by our lines. Probably a carp. We got a barge rolling through. Let's get the barge bite. How safe is it at night? Plenty safe. I've spent quite a few nights out here. I've came out, spent all day, all night almost. And when the river's at its normal level, you can actually do quite a bit of ways walking around this corner river here, and you can fish literally right at the mouth. There's a big, huge bowl there where I do most of the catching, and that's where a lot of the birds seem to be popping, trying to get some shad and stuff on the surface. That's where we want to be, but I would have to have my rods up on the overlook to get into it, and a way to land any of the fish if we caught them, unless they're small. Uh-oh. Very big. Thank you. Right in the corner of the mouth. I got a little scale there. I don't want to scale it. Uh-oh. I don't know what happened. Looks like the Bixby button got hit again.
Well, I didn't hit the damn thing.
We'll fix it. Bingo, woohoo. Brought the net this time. Yeah, no more bloopers. Come on, live stream, come back. Yeah, we're back. My tripod sometimes hits that Bixby button, but we still got the fish, guys. We got us a flathead here. How much was it?
2.2.
2.2 pounds. Not very big. That looks more than 3 pounds.
I know it does, doesn't it?
You sure that ain't in kilograms?
Okay, maybe it is. All right, there we go.
That's what I thought.
There we go, right around 5.
About 5 pounder.
My bad. Who uses kilograms?
All right. So there we go, guys. First flathead of the season. All I did was downsize my bait, made my bait smaller, hit that cup skipjack. Pretty little yellow flathead too. Check out the head on him. Nice color. We're gonna let him go ahead and go back. Small bait worked out. Yeah, if you're not catching nothing within like the first 20-30 minutes tops, no more than 30, change your bait, cast at a different range, move it 2 feet to the left or 2 feet to the right. Sometimes you might be just downstream from them and they don't catch the scent. You might have to move it upstream a little bit. You never know. One little change can make a difference, and that worked out for us. So we got a nice flathead. He's a real pretty healthy looking one too.
Beautiful color. He's healthy as
No spawn marks yet. He's real tame. Real nice soft belly. Got a good white color to him. We're gonna let him go back. Barge bite, my first barge bite.
There you go, first barge bite.
To get the slime off, got my swamp diver cat rag. He's too young to spawn yet, Frank says. Look like a red tail almost. Yeah, if he would have had some different coloration, he probably might be able to pull it off on Halloween. Like losing the game during the winning touchdown. Chuck thought 15 to 20. That might have been that's probably what a 15-20 pound pay lake flathead looks like. It's all skinny and malnourished. And he's only a fiber. I want to go fishing now. I think I'm getting a cough. Might have to call in sick. There you go. Amelia says hi, Lauren says.
Hi, Moo.
Hi, Mill. He had a belly 4 or 5 though. Yeah, he must have got hungry and ate something before he got that bait. Wasn't Ted just saying you can catch flatheads like crazy during the day? Wasn't he just saying that last night? That was awesome. So we've been here 30 minutes and I already got on a fish. Well, almost 40 minutes. I can send you a 20 pounder I caught from a pay lake. That's all good, man. We don't need that. I was just making some jokes. I've done my years in the past, so I know what they can and can't look like. We got a tour bus up here, actually. There's about 40 people up there that just saw us catch that on live. So they're all sitting looking out the window and taking pictures of us and videotaping us fishing. I guess I need to rebait up and get my line back out. Where's my hook? Oh, I still got my bait. I wonder if if I should reuse it. Alright. Brandon Enix, there's no more than just 4 people watching. There's more than just 4 people watching. I agree. Now it says 5. I can catch a half dozen 20s in the evening from wild waters. Bay Lakes isn't where it's at. That's where fish go to die. Look at the US Bank on the left of the red station. Talking about the red paddle thing, the red paddle area. It's a good spot for shad. I never knew what a pay lake was before I saw a video about it. And if you want to know more about it, just hop on YouTube and look up exposing pay lakes. And there's about a 20-minute video. It's worth watching every second of it. It doesn't just show a whole. There's a section where it shows pictures of what the fish can look like, and in worst case scenarios, they're not all like that, but a good majority of them can be. And it just shows the whole methodology behind it, what goes on behind the scenes, how they operate, and how it is affecting the local waters and surrounding areas of the country. It's not just the Ohio River, it's surrounding rivers as far as Tennessee, Missouri, Potomac, lots of lakes and reservoirs. And you can see the impact it has on it compared to other parts where states they've legalized it. Let me look at how the building in the bank looks. It's pretty cool standing out. Oh yeah, that new the Great American Ballpark building. It's called Great American Insurance Corporation building. Got like a big almost like a wicker basket type hat on top of it. Did I miss any comments? Free advertising. Tammy said, I'm out chasing squirrels with my dog. Try not to drop the phone. Way to go. Thanks, Tammy. Hopefully we get another one. Kyle wasn't here, I probably would have missed that one.
Wait, what?
Nah, he was hooked pretty good. I said if you weren't here, I probably would have missed that fish. Because you said, hey.
Oh, yeah, you sitting there talking?
Yeah, you pointed it out.
Well, you know I do what I can.
Yeah, see,
I even got my foot nice.
It's brotherly love.
Getting them in.
I got a spare pair of boots in the trunk. If you want them.
Be okay. The ground just got soft a little too quick.
I agree. A lot of them, not all, but majority are destroying fisheries. I know of 2 that do not act like the majority. Some of them only do farm raised. Some of them do only carp. There's a lot of varieties in it. You guys know Dexter. He's actually fishes pay lakes over in Malaysia, and it's a totally different culture. It's a totally different environment and a totally different world. What they do with the Mekongs over there. I like pay lakes because guys like me can't get to the rivers, and it's relaxing and no junk like debris in the water. Well, the junk debris in the water is the dead fish that end up floating up. I'm sorry to say it, and we can agree to disagree, but years ago I was fishing at Lake Butler, just out of the blue, big old 30-something pound blue just surfaces out of the water in the middle of the lake, and they had to go fork it out, and they just chucked it in a dumpster. And we don't have to turn the whole stream into a debate about pay lakes, but we can agree to disagree. You're allowed to fish how you want to fish, and I fish how I want to fish, and it's all good.
Just please don't support places like Catfishing Paradise.
Yeah,
There's
Paradise.
plenty of other pay lakes out there that aren't that bad that you can support, and they're not tearing up the natural waterways.
There's some out there that they literally just do farm raised channel cats.
Yep.
And if they say they got farm raised fish and they have 80-pound blue cats in their pay lake, they're not farm raised. It takes over 20 years for a fish to get that big.
You ain't gonna get that big in a farm.
They're not doing that in a pond. Farm raised people, hatcheries that raise farm raised fish, they sell them as fingerlings or juveniles that are under a pound. When Triple Creek a couple weekends ago stocked 500 pounds of channel cats from the county, they were all like that big, or maybe up to, I think 10 pounds might have been the biggest. There was one or two that were 10 pounds.
I know
But for the most part, they're all about a pound or so.
Marsh Park just stocked 1,000 pounds, and they said the biggest fish they got stocked were 5 pounds.
Yeah, they're not very big. And they can't keep them that big because they have to keep breeding them, to keep selling them, to keep stocking them. It's up to the people who stock them into their water to raise them properly and let them grow to the size they want. When Lake Isabella stocks trout, bluegill, channel cats, they do stock small flatheads and blues that are raised by the state. They're not very big either. They're usually 10 pounds or less. Triangle and Stone Meadow is where I go. Triangle's just opened up a 4th lake, if I'm not mistaken. I've seen somebody share it.
Yeah.
And they also included sheds where you can play Xbox while you're fishing in a shed with full electricity. Who wants to play Xbox while they're fishing? Come on.
I got plenty of time to hit my PlayStation when I'm not on
Yeah, you come fishing to fish.
This is your peaceful time to detach from all that.
Nothing like that in Montana that I know. Yeah, but from what I don't know this for certain, it might not be fact, but I think it's just Ohio, Kentucky, Indiana, maybe Illinois, and the Carolinas, and that's about it. Tennessee might have a couple, but I know for the most part, almost every other state in the country, it is illegal to own and operate a pay lake. Seems like I always get on this topic when I go on the screen too.
Man. It always comes up.
I had to turn a vendor down this year that I didn't realize was a pay lake owner down south. And the first time he bought him, he said he ran a bait shop. So I sold him 100 lights. He wanted to reorder this year, and I couldn't find his ordering information, so I asked him his name of business so I could look it up and try to remember who he was, and it was called Fire Lake Pay Lake. And so I asked him about it. I confronted him, and I said, now, do you stock your fish from a farm, or do you go to the river and take them? And he admitted he goes to the river and takes them himself. He said, I wouldn't be able to put these big fish in here if I didn't go to the river and take them out of the river. Otherwise, I'd have no big fish for people to catch. Those were his exact words. That's flat out what he said.
That's the way to pay lake.
He said, if I didn't have these big fish in here, nobody would come here to fish, and I wouldn't make no money, so I got to catch them. It takes too long for the farm-raised fish to grow that big. They don't want to catch little fish.
Go throw a couple hundred of them in an old farm.
And that came out of the mouth of the dragon, if so to speak. So
I've been to Lake Butler. Rod over there is a nice guy, but
I said, it sounds like you're trying to do the right thing and run everything right, but I don't ethically agree with it. If you're legally allowed to do it, you're legally allowed to do it. It's not something I want to support.
And we're going to keep talking to ODNR and trying to get the laws changed.
And he wasn't very happy with me, but we agreed to disagree. Tim, I ain't arguing. I'm just giving my view. I mean, I fish whatever. Yeah, I mean, you're right to have your opinion, Chuck. There's no fault in that. You're your own person. Nobody, I don't think anybody on the planet ever has two same opinions on everything.
I mean, hell, don't get me wrong. I understand.
The fishing game club belong to is getting ready to, I keep missing comments. I gotta hold this up. The fishing game club I belong to is getting ready to stock 3 to 8 pound flats One, to help combat the shad population in the lake, and two, to grow the trophy fish. To grow trophy fish. Sometimes bodies of water do need some bigger catfish in them. Triple Creek, for example, the reason they stock 500 pounds of channel cats every year is you don't need a license to fish there, even though it's ran by the county, and you're allowed to have, you're allowed to keep anything you catch. I'm watching this flathead right here. It's starting to rock. But they also stock it in here because it has a very, very heavy shad population. And if shad are left unchecked, they reproduce so fast and they grow so fast. Once they get too big, most fish can't eat them, except for big, huge blues and flatheads and maybe some 10-pound plus bass, muskie, pike. But those kind of things aren't normally in a park pond, couple acre park pond. So I have even at my job, the bass population is ridiculous, and there are flatheads and channel cats in there that help fight them, but the bass are so smothered in there that they're stunted, and you'll hardly ever see one get over a pound. And there's thousands and thousands and thousands of them in there. So I added a couple small catfish to it to help kind of balance it back out, and it seems to be doing good. I'm noticing some of the bass are actually growing to a bigger size. We're not catching as many of them. The bluegill population's starting to come back in there. You just got to be really careful about what you're doing. And I don't want to, I keep trying to tap the comments and it keeps wanting me to, I guess I tap on somebody's name, it's asking me if I want to block them. We all do need to understand the difference between campground and entry fee lakes. And trying to read Frank's comment. And trophy cat pay lakes. Some get that confused. Will not see me at Paradise either. Yeah, Paradise probably got the worst reputation out of all of them. That's what makes America so great. You can do what you want to do. At least you were out fishing. Yep. And I'm not necessarily against anybody who wants to go fish these places. I mean, your money is going into their wallets and funding them some. It allows them to keep operating, but that's not really any of your business, you know, or mine. I think a lot of it has to do more. You guys still with me? Sorry about that. Had a phone call. We're back though. That's what happens with Sprint. You get unlimited stream data, you get unlimited up 4G LTE, but somebody calls in, it kills the data. But it picks back up when you let it go. Unless you're on Wi-Fi. There's no Wi-Fi out here. But yeah, I was saying it's got a lot more to do with the regulations, because commercial fishermen have the same rules that we have as bank anglers. Here in the Ohio, you can have one flathead and one blue per person per day that's over 35 inches. If it's under 35 inches, then you can have as many as you want. And I've heard stories of people will even go to the lengths of trimming the tail fin down to get it underneath that length so they could add it to their unlimited portion. That's just totally unethical and immoral. Just get out on the river and have fun catching them. You pay $19 for an Ohio state license. You can go wherever you want, every day, all day. There's no 12-hour ticket or 10-hour ticket. You can go to any lake or pond or reservoir, whatever, and you can catch whatever you want. And you ain't got to follow all those stupid rules that most of them have. You can fish on the bottom if you want. You can go snagging for spoonbill down by the dam on the Kentucky side. I've never heard of Stony Meadows. Unless you consider we pay for licensing and management of these fish when they are taken We are footing the bill for some pond owner personal profit. Think of it like that, yeah? There's that too. There's a lot of variety that goes into it. I think I might check my baits and try to put them in a different spot. We ain't got no activity in a little bit. This was an all-day thing. After an hour or so, I might pack up and actually move to a totally different spot on the river. But since we're only here till about 1 o'clock, we got about 2 more hours. I'm just going to stay in one spot and just try flipping it out different areas, different depths, different lengths. Try different baits. Probably about where I caught that flathead, about where you'd normally be standing watching your rod.
Yeah, just up here in the shallows feeding on some bait fish.
Caught a stick. Flatheads like shallows, they like structure, they like to be able to sneak up, ambush them from behind or from below. The tour bus is gone. Trying not to get Kyle in the face.
Oopie! I'll catch something. Oh, I cracked myself.
I caught me a mullen. Not mullen.
That's a 200 pounder right there, dude. I'd say that'll be a state record for you.
A 200-pound mullen?
Yeah.
fight a greedy blue cat on that flathead rod.
Heck yeah, man.
I ain't got to catch anything major on that flathead rod yet, just a small channel cat. Alright. Put this battery pack in my pocket so I don't drop it. And let's show you guys the view. Ohio River bull sharks, watch yourselves. Yeah, like Rippin' Tip says, I like getting out where there's nobody else around. No, I don't want to block them. Hopefully he named it the McBaiter. Monster Mike made that real. That was cool. So check out this view, guys. So if I wanted to and I had all day, you got all this bank space here. When it's at a normal level, I could walk all the way around there. I could run up there and show you guys a view if you wanted. But we got all this to ourselves. We're just hanging out. We could be smart and sitting in the shade.
What's that? Shade?
We ain't scared of sunburn.
You got the start of it this weekend.
We actually crossed that blue bridge right there coming here. All the way down there towards the end of the last bridge down there, that's I-75. I forget the name of this white bridge. Let's see. Catfish Bill just sent me a message. Sorry, Bill, I didn't see your message on the live stream. I must have missed it. We always have shirts available because we do it third party through teespring.com, so you have to go there to order your shirts. They have lots of colors. You can get hoodies, ladies shirts, ladies leggings, iPhone cases, beach towels, stickers, kids hoodies, kids t-shirts, and all kinds of different colors. He was asking me if we still had shirts. That's the Purple People Bridge, the second bridge down. And then you can kind of see the arch in the background, the last bridge. That's the Big Mac Bridge. That's Interstate 471. That's between those last two bridges is where Joe's Crab Shack is. That tall building right here. That's about where Joe's Crab Shack is. That's where we were fishing last time we were down on the Ohio. Let's get you guys a view. We thought about fishing over here. We could very well move and do that. We could come over here and hang out in the shade. But it could be a major pain to land it. That'd be a lot of finagling to land the fish. But normally I'm underneath that tree. Where's the Singing Bridge? Well, this white bridge right here is where they shoot fireworks off of for the WEBN fireworks. Labor Day weekend, this whole river is smothered with boats. You won't even notice, you hardly even see the water. I guess we could probably come down here to fish. It'd be interesting. Interesting to cast. Be kind of hard to have 4 lines set out though, because the current is it's just kind of scooping around this corner. And if you look real close, can you see the two different colors of the water? About right here. Can you guys see where the water changes color? It's like a blue and a brown. The brown's the Licking River water and the blue is the Ohio River water. Nope, didn't mean to do that line. I need to take my drawing pin off so I can zoom out. Yeah, that's where the water meets, and if we were on a boat, I would be all over fishing that. But on a bank, the current's so powerful right now that the weight would hold a bait still, but the current pulls your line so hard because you're fishing perpendicular to the current, and it pulls your bait out of where you had it setting down at. And I'm seeing lots of fish jumping over here, so I might actually try see if we can maybe get some lines out over here. I'm seeing some I've seen shad slapping, birds diving. Those are good signs. Well, that couldn't be a good thing as far as contamination. No, it's got a lot to do with the muddiness of the water. Licking River is a smaller river, so it gets muddier faster, and it's not as deep as the Ohio. And this is called a confluence, Tammy. And confluence means the water's coming out of this river and confluencing into the major river. And from the Little Miami way down there to the Great Miami that's way downstream this way, they all do that. It's just really cool to see. Sign for you to drop a line in there, he says. Yeah. Man, that has gotten overgrown. We used to fish under that first bridge across the Licking on the Newport side. That's the spot where you're standing. Yeah. Talking about the bridge that's way back up this way. Guys still fish underneath there. A lot of people, there looks like a guy's getting ready to come fish over here on the other side too. I thought about driving over there, but I hate making that zigzag drive to get to that parking lot. Have I ever been to the USS Nightmare? I have been once. Wasn't very impressed. Haunted Cave in Lewisburg, definitely a better go for your buck. They're allowed to touch you in that place. They're allowed to grab you and pull you and shake you around. I wonder if we could maybe get over here and see. That's not too far of a move. I mean, we could throw over this tree and just hold our rods up high and hold the line. They say the best fishing spots are the hardest to get to, and I'm seeing more activity over here. Greetings from Chattanooga, Andy's Journeys. Thanks for joining. Got a lot of people in here today. 9's a high number for me. I'll take it. We're just starting out. If you guys like what you're watching from us, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the bell notification button. Give us a like on our Facebook page. If we reach 1,000 subs here on the YouTube channel, we're gonna do a giveaway, and if we reach 5,000 likes before the month of August on the Facebook channel, you're shoving off. If we get 5,000 likes on the Facebook page, Whisker Stix LLC is the new name for Facebook page. Go look it up, give it a like. If we hit 1,000 likes before August, we're gonna do a huge giveaway. I don't know if that's the Queen or not. I can't remember which boat's which. There's quite a few of them. It says I have 9 viewers. I don't know how many likes it has. It doesn't show that on here when I'm streaming, because I'm using the Camera 5 Live. See that down there in the bottom right corner of your screen? That's the app I use to live stream, so I can do the chat and I can do all this drawing cool stuff. I can change colors and show you guys things. Instead of just trying to point to it, I could actually highlight what I'm trying to show you. I'm thinking we might be able to try to throw out here. You'll have some back current because the water will be swirling. Might not have so much pull on our lines. And aside from this debris you're seeing right here in front of us, I know down here just past that, the only thing you got to worry about is some rocks. But they're mostly flat rocks, river rocks. They're not big, huge boulders. They're just kind of some stuff like that. And they're not stacked very high either. So snag shouldn't be a problem until we're looking to maybe get them landed. Too much time on your hands. Love hearing me honk honk. That wasn't me. There's a helicopter, or is that a plane? Helicopter. Traffic cam. Sheriff helicopter. I'm thinking I might try to move my lines over here and see what it does. Kyle hasn't hollered for me, so we must not have got a bite. But that's the beauty of wild water fishing. You don't have to designate yourself to a lane or a 2 to 5 foot space of water and 2 feet between your line and somebody else's at a pay lake. You can come out here and you can just do whatever you want. And if you happen to have a Kentucky license, they don't have a rod limit, so I could have 20 rods out here if I wanted to. That'd be a hassle to maintain, but you can do it. What's my biggest caught yet is 37 pounds for a blue that I caught in the Potomac River. My biggest flathead is 37 pound blue, 32 pound flathead that I actually caught at Triple Creek, where I just took my nephew in the last stream. Caught that one there on a little itty piece of bluegill about the size of my thumbnail. 20 rods would not be fun to manage. Yeah, you're right. Some people do it though.
I couldn't imagine, dude.
Them guys down in Texas, they do it. They'll have like 10 rods out. I don't think they have a rod limit. I think they have a hook limit. So as long as you're not exceeding the hook limit, you got 1 line per hook. And I've seen them have like 20 something rods out, and they'll be like 15, 20 feet apart down a whole bank. So imagine being from like this tree here. Am I still zoomed in? Yeah. Imagine being from this tree here to, say, the bridge. They'll have like 30, 40 rods out, and they'll just comb a whole bank side 10, 20 feet apart on a light. And that's why they like the Whisker sticks, because they can see each rod tip. If we're way down here, they could see their rod bend down there, and they know to go running. They might not get to it in time, but they can see the bite. 100 hooks for Texas, says Dustin.
100 hooks.
What do you think about people using fishing indicators? You mean like sonars and stuff? Or bite alarms? Like the thing, like the Europeans use for carp fishing, where you put your line in a thing and it makes loud sounds. That includes trot lines and rods. So it doesn't matter how they're fishing, they just can't use more than 100 hooks in Texas. I should do a canoe channel cat video and a flathead all-nighter tomorrow. Think of all the video ideas I can get, some other species in between. You got me wanting to head out. Glad I could help, Frank.
Get on the water, buddy.
To show where the fish is laying. So you're talking about sonars. I think it's pretty cool. I mean, boat guys use it, bass guys use it forever. They'll go try to hunt down the bass. They have $100,000, $200,000. Why aren't we using that? We're out here guessing, and he's got his Deeper Pro Plus. I'm thinking about moving the lines down there, trying to fish that bowl. I think we got room for all of them.
Might.
I don't think the current will be too bad either.
No, it seemed like it was a little.
Yeah, what he was just holding was the Deeper Pro. He pulled, Brandon says, and he pulls out a Deeper Pro and isn't using it. You're against it because that's not fishing. Well, that's your opinion too.
How's it not fishing when every boat guy in the world uses them? And
well, he's saying he don't think anybody should use them, and I can see the bass guys not wanting to use them too. I mean, if you can hone yourself to reading the bank structure better, it enables you to just have a good idea. Like I don't, since I got mine stolen from me, I haven't really went out and got another one because I kind of already know where my common spots look like from using it in the past. But just look around. I mean, if you see seagulls all over the place dropping down and diving into the water to get shad, there's schools of shad there. So the birds ain't gonna be the only things going after them. You can look at the bank. If it's a real steep bank, with the exception of this, because this is just a pile of mulch, it's not really the bank. But say those rocks were the bank, and say this was the water. We're underwater right now. This is the lake bed. In theory, those rocks should carry down and continue underwater. So if it's that steep when it hits the water, it's usually pretty deep right off the water when you go into there too. It's not always likely unless it's a man-made dug reservoir and the shallow edges, the backside of it, that you're gonna have a real deep drop and then it's just gonna be flat as soon as it hits the water. It usually carries quite a ways down into it. And if you're fishing somewhere and the bank just looks like this for about a couple 100 feet back, like this is right here, it's pretty shallow as it carries out until you hit the drop off farther out. So I'm actually probably, this muddy cat rod here is probably only about 3-4 feet deep of water right now. This ugly stick line's probably in about 6 to 8 feet of water right now. So we're technically fishing on the bank, from the bank, if that makes sense, because it's flooded. What I call fishing is what you're doing, because you're not guaranteed to catch the fish or not, so why cheat? Just toss it out and wait. Well, there is some education to it. You kind of got to understand how they behave in current and water temp and what time of year it is, what the seasons are, and there's a lot of biology. Yeah, a lot of the stuff that Ted said last night on Catfish Weekly pretty much hits it on the money. You don't necessarily need the electronics, but when you're in a tournament, it does save you some time trying to get to some bigger ones quicker, and that's the whole goal of the tournament. Pay lakes are easy because it's easy to catch them. Yeah, I agree with that. You're fishing in a barrel.
You can't hit there, you ain't gonna hit nowhere.
You got 600 lines out in the water in a 2-acre pond that's almost always under 10 feet deep, almost no structure. There might be a trench or two, but there's only 1 or 2 spots they can usually hang out, and it's only a matter of time before somebody catches something.
Do you know where the deep end of the pond is?
Yeah.
That'd be good.
I see a lot of guys fight over the aerators too. I'm casting over that thing. We're up to 11 people now. I think I'm gonna bring my lines in and move them over to that corner. Get in the shade. We'll spend the rest of the stream over there. Dexter, what's going on? We need good vibes, man.
Send us them good vibes.
We caught one. We caught a 5-pound flathead. First flathead of the year. Now we're gonna we're actually getting ready to move over here to the shade, and well, right over there behind Kyle, and we're gonna put some lines back out. So if you guys can bear with me while I set this down, we'll get moved, and then and we'll get things going. Good vibes sent. Thanks, man. My wife sent me a Words with Friends move. I guess it's my turn. Let me get this all load it back up here. We'll move it over real quick. You want a fish? I certainly would not complain. You get the reel the next one. Oh, did you see that? Yeah. Right in front of you. Whatever that was, it's big. Almost done, guys.
Tim, in all of his infinite wisdom, is over here stuck in the tree. So we're trying to get closer to the mouth of the river. Well, there's a nice fallen tree in front of where we were trying to fish. And unfortunately, Mr. Tim got himself a little hung up down here. But he's working diligently to get it out of the tree. Well, I didn't want to leave your adoring fans waiting. Well, like I said, they all can't be good ones, right? I don't think there's shit I can do to get over there and help you.
You can try to grab the line and just take the weight off of it.
One down here by the bank.
Yeah.
Over your head, going out there to the left of the sign somewhere. The looks of it.
That's all slack line. Honey badger don't care.
First one free, people. First one free. You want me to reel some of that slack up?
Yeah.
Tell me when. Didn't know we were doing some hand lining today.
I'm a honey badger.
Well, honey badgers certainly don't care.
We do what we want. Can't get that quick. ain't scared. What'd be the first time I fell in the river and got wet?
Probably wouldn't be the last either.
There's never a last.
Being 6 feet in the ground.
Lame. Power slime line.
Damn straight.
Alright, give me a second to recoup here, guys.
Man, that bait is on there by a thread, but it's still on there.
You were casting in a better spot, clearly. Seems like we might as well just go back to where we were. If we need to go up top and throw out, it's going to pull us back in all the riprap probably. The undercurrent's stronger than it looks up top.
So we can't get right down there on that corner of the park. Yeah, that's flat bank right there.
I don't know if we got enough time to go over there. Let's see, what time is it? Is my brightness all the way up? Yeah, it's 11:30. So we got about an hour and a half. So let's see how many people was laughing at me.
Probably a bunch.
All the good vibes sent. Dude, that is a nice leaf litter. I bet some crawlers are under there. Reading my comments here. Let's see. Does it lag, or does anybody else lag when play for a little bit and buffers? That's my signal sometimes. Live streams can kill a lot of bandwidth depending on your internet capabilities. I don't know how much of that you guys got to see. Who's that monkey climbing on a tree? I'm just waiting. I know a bite is gonna happen. Ain't gonna get no bite when I ain't got no lines in the water. Yeah, the idea was to get this back around. We were gonna throw it out into that bowl, but to my surprise, the undercurrent is a lot swifter than it looks. And I only had it out maybe 30 feet or so, not too far. And the undercurrent just swept my lines right back to the bank. And I want to try to get that back. Where is it? I want my demon dragon back. I'm gonna try to get it with the landing net or something. If not, when the water level drops, I know it'll be there and I can just walk up and grab it. Colton, we're on the Ohio River. And I gotta reset all my stuff and move it all back. So this will be interesting. We just did all that moving. Now I gotta put it all back. I'm gonna try to walk you guys with me this time. Half the fun of the bank fishing. I'd have to get wet. I can get more. No, I lost my rig on this one.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
How about these dragons?
It'll just be hanging there when I come back down here when the water's lower.
Unless somebody snags it first.
I never bump into anybody fishing down here. Surprisingly. For the love of fishing. These river riders are shoving down in real nice. I can't complain, I've caught one. Kyle's the one that should be ranting and raving. The weather looks amazing. Yeah, Dexter, it's about 76 degrees or so. It's not too hot. Keep forgetting my camera's not on the right way. Good thing is we never even got all the stuff moved over. Like my pop. Time for Kyle to get a barge bite. Be right back. Okay. Time to re-rig. Gosh, for a minute I thought that jacket really was a monkey. Who's got a jacket? Oh, the jacket on the tree. Try to take a nap, but phone rang. Well, you missed a lot, man. You missed your Bill Dance moment, Chuck. You'll have to go back and see it. I was climbing in trees like a monkey, trying to get my bait back. Didn't work out too well. It's okay, because I have another demon dragon. And I got more at home. We're gonna do sinker slides, 6-ounce weight. We're gonna do a 8-aught circle hook. I got some 10-aughts. I'm debating. Should I use that big old buffalo head with this 10-aught mad catter? See if I can get a trophy on. Cut the big old head of that buffalo off and toss it out there with this 10-aught. Should I go big or go home? Huh?
No risk, no reward.
No risk, no reward.
What'd you text me this morning? Go big or go home?
Go big or go home. Let's do it. We'll cut up a buffalo and that's what I caught them blue cats on last time I was down here. Is that red horse sucker buffalo. Actually, I need to trim some of this down a little bit. I felt a slight bit of fray in my mono. You don't want scuffed up mono. Muskie Hans, thanks for joining in, man. I need my sinker slide. Put that on there. Tie on my swivel with a polymer knot. Man, we are roasting. I thought the river was a lot lower than what it is. 'Cause when I was last time I checked, if you guys remember that tunnel where I was fishing by Joe's Crab Shack, that tunnel was completely open and exposed from the water. The water was below that. I thought this was pretty much at normal level down here, and to my surprise, it wasn't. But we're gonna make it happen. That, put that there, tape this back up. Like Diamond Dave says, don't go trying this on your kids or your dog. If you guys ain't ever heard of him, look him up, he's pretty funny. West Virginia Ninja. Diamond Dave's Ninja School. Tim is at the Trilene Big Game. This is the big game mono here that I'm using for my leader. My main line is 30-pound slime line high vis mono. I'll show you this spool here in a second. It's got higher abrasion resistance. It's got a higher breaking strength and a smaller diameter for a slime line. Put this on. Swivel. It's quite hard to break that thing. I heard the big game is awesome even at 20 pounds. Yeah, it is. It's pretty good.
My leaders are about 50-pound big game. They're out of 60 hours.
Yeah, I use a weaker mono for my leaders. He uses a heavier one. The idea for the heavier mono leaders, whether you're using braid or not, is the abrasion resistance from the rough gums of the catfish. But I like a lighter mono, so this breaks most times before this does. And that's what happened over there when I broke it. I lost my leader, so I lost my demon dragon, but I got to keep my my sinker slide and all that stuff. We're gonna see how it works. I'm gonna take this buffalo here, cut him up. We're gonna get the head off of him, if I can find him. Yeah, buddy. I need to hurry up and invent that product I want to invent. We're gonna take the head off of this dude. Let's put him right there. I think he's a buffalo. I get all these carp type species mixed up. I know that bone's a pain in the butt. Spine. Oh yeah. Come here, 10-aught hook. Don't want to let me go that way either. Alright. We're just gonna hang it on there like this.
Big or go home.
Honey badger don't care.
Finally got one.
Yeah. I want to go back down there too.
Yeah, weather warming up. Be good. Probably about a good time to go do it.
We got some more spectators up on top of the hill. I might even try to put 12 ounces on that big carp head, put it out a little farther out. So we wasted about a good 40 minutes.
You're like cats and carp and just sling launch that shit.
This ain't actually a bad area to be trying to fish. I mean, if you think about it, you got all those flat rocks like what you got your foot on there,
Yeah.
blanketed around all over there, and that's probably where the flatheads are hanging. Waiting for something to float by and then they come up and grab it.
Yeah, I'm sure that's where the big ones are.
I can't ever get anything to grab my muddy river rod. It doesn't like me.
No, Chris Flores, they're broke.
You can catch a shark with that bait. Yeah, we could. Catch a big blue cat too. Big greedy blue cat.
Oh, it'd be fantastic.
I caught a 3-pound albino blue cat on a 10-aught hook on a bait that big by accident. I mean, not by accident, like I snagged him. He was hooked in the corner of the mouth. He was greedy and just trying to get it, and I guess he just grabbed that barb the wrong way when he was turning to run away, and he got onto it. There was no way that bait was fitting in that fish's mouth. Not one bit. That's a big bait, my friend. Yeah. We're gonna get him. See if I can get Kyle's rods in the shot too. We got all 4 rods in. 3. Well, we can get 3. Now we're just gonna be hanging out the rest of the time till it's time to go. Bluebird skies. Hillbilly style, laying in some mulch. Hanging out on a riverbank. Hopefully we can get a bite soon. If you guys haven't seen the announcements, we're Dexter says hook up in 3, 2, 1. Didn't work.
I like the enthusiasm, Dexter.
Didn't work.
Oh yeah, that's a good picture.
30-pound flathead, let's go. If you ain't heard the updates, we're gonna be partnering up a lot this year with Hook Setter and Muddy River Catfishing. We've always kind of been partnered up with them on small scales, but we're gonna be doing some big stuff this year.
Good people.
We're gonna be doing a lot more work closer with Chris and Pete. As far as getting new product ideas out there, hopefully in the future. I got a lot of things in my head that I want to try to bring off the paper, and we're gonna try to work together to make that happen. And some of them are things you probably have never even thought of before or seen before, so it'll be really cool to be the first of its kind like this on the market. And I will say it is something targeted towards bank fishing anglers, and we'll leave it at that. But there's some cool stuff coming in the future. Kentucky Finch Chaser, seems like the Ohio is finally calming down. It's still up, actually.
I mean, it's definitely
It's
not
up
as it was, but
about probably 5-6 feet. It's up a little bit still. It's still kind of a mild flooded stage. Dexter is doing what Dexter, I was doing a different procedure. I must have missed that one. It's still fun. We've still caught fish. We caught a 5-pound flathead. So we didn't get skunked. But we gotta get Kyle something. Maybe even try a chunk of bluegill on one of the rods. Then we'll have 3 different kinds of bait fish out.
Yeah.
We got skipjack and buffalo out right now. I've been dying to hit up the Meldal Dam area. I think that's how you spell it. Yeah, Meldal Dam. That's about a little over an hour drive for me. It's a good place to get skipjack. It's also a good place to catch some big blues and even some flatheads. If you're gonna fish at the dam from the bank, fish on the Kentucky side. I thought I smelled wood burning. Maybe I'm smelling things. I don't know. But fish from the Kentucky side. We're back. Hope we didn't lose nobody. Had another phone call come in. Kentucky side's where I fish from. Yeah, you're exactly right. The current is fast over there. I see the rod has got some pretty good bend on it. Yeah, a lot of that's from grass getting caught on the line. And Tammy says she wants to see the pole go down like we did in the last stream. Once Dribber drops by me, I'll have to try doing a catfishing video. There's not much to it. You just hit go live and fish. That's what I do. I don't mess with editing. I don't mess with a whole lot really, except just firing it up and talking to you guys while I got lines out. But we're hoping to get something else. I have a dream, and the dream is a 100-pound blue cat. Break the Ohio state record.
Wouldn't that be something? We can break that record right here in downtown Cincy.
Well, you better break the record on that big cat fever rod.
That'd be fantastic.
Right in front of downtown.
Oh, God.
DNR would be all over that. Caleb Page needs to come down here and try some fishing with some Whisker sticks.
I agree.
I think every spool of slime line and every big cat fever rod should come with a UV Whisker sticks LED light. Because it just makes it pop so good. Why spend hundreds of dollars on all them expensive boat LEDs when you just got to put one on your rod tip? Then you ain't got to worry about attracting all them bugs. Come on, catfish. Oh, Muddy River bouncing. Did they hear me? Did they hear me? It fluttered. Could have been a channel cat. Now I'm being quiet like it's gonna help. Meow, 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 Dexter says. I'll see a rod tip flutter and I'll be like, shh, quiet, we got a bite. Like it's gonna scare the fish. It don't really improve your odds, they can't hear you. But it makes you feel like it does, and that's what counts. A lot of fishermen have a lot of superstitions. Don't take a banana on a boat around here. The Laps have got me hooked on fishing. But they know when you're watching, Chris says. Chris Flores in the house. We got 2 of your rods out, Chris.
Right.
Kyle has one and I have one. So far the Muddy River rods haven't got to hook something up. I did catch one on my ugly stick, 5-pound flathead. But we're still waiting for the flathead rod to slay a flathead. Chris says they don't hear you when you're talking, but they know when you're watching. That's why I got the takedown when I was looking at the camera.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah. They didn't know Kyle was watching, Chris.
Just sneakily over here.
We got 4 rods out, all on Abby Garcia reels, all in River Rider rod holders, all using slime line monofilament, 30 pound. The only thing's difference is the rods. We got 2 flathead rods, 1 ugly stick, and 1 big cat fever rod.
Nice little smorgasbord out here today.
We're using buffalo, shad. Big cat fever rod's getting a slow bend. Could be more grass catching a line, could be a flathead. I don't know if you guys can see it. Let's move it over this way a little bit so you can see it. It's gonna go clear. Focus. There we go. My rods ain't doing nothing. Let's shine some light on Kyle's.
That one bounced.
Dexter said he's gonna send us a Mekong. Only if it's 200 kilos. Kyle got some tug on his lines. I had a rod flutter. I'm gonna give it about 5 more minutes, bring him in and recast. Beautiful day out. Birds are singing. Not a whole lot of city noise. Got a gentle breeze. A little bit of cloud in the sky. It's not too hot. Ducks are laughing at us. And we're fishing. We seen one big carp jump. And when we was initially gonna move down to the other side of the bank, before you know I was climbing in bushes and stuff, we did spook one other big fish. It looked like a big channel cat. Looked to be about 10 pounds or so. Guess what I will be doing after I get off work? She's going fishing. Eyes constantly on the tip. What size sinkers are you using today? We're using 6 ounce. I'm using 6 ounce flat bank sinkers. He's got a set of 4s, totaling 8 ounces on each of his lines. We're using a cut up buffalo and cut up. I got that entire buffalo head on a 10-aught Mad Catter HD hook, and we got he's got backstabber hooks. I got a reaper on the other one. We're hoping for a takedown.
For a minute, but I must have some debris or something looking behind.
This ugly stick. I hope we get a bite soon. 12:10. We got about 50 more minutes. Have you tried gamakatsu before? Yeah, I've used gamakatsus. I like Hooker's Terminal Tackle. They're probably my favorite. Very, very sharp. Very, very, very strong. Oh, there it goes. You guys see the ugly stick? I don't know if it's just debris popping off or what, but it caught something. People keep trying to call me. Keep trying to cut off my data. Looks like we lost some people and they're coming back in. I want to try the new Trokar catfishing hooks. I use their bass hooks and they're super sharp. Trokars are really, really good hooks too. Very sharp. It's a little bit more on the pricey side for me.
Well, we can get Hooker's Terminal.
I forget James Arwood's exact prices, but you get more bang for your buck in terms of quantity for money on Hooker's Terminal Tackle. And they got just as much strength. I've never had one bend, I've never had one break, I've never had one chip, I've never had one dull. I've hooked blue cats right in the roof of their mouth and come right out between their eyes, right through their skull. It's a pain in the butt to get back out, but apparently didn't have no trouble going in. I think I'm going to reel these in and try to recast them. That ugly stick's playing with my head though. Might even try to put a fresh piece of bait on that one. I think that's just debris. I'm gonna go ahead and check them. Why does it go blurry? Does it again. Focus. I think there's a fish testing your bait. Yep. That duck had a sweet landing. Yeah, I'm watching these rods. They got some move and sway to them. It's doing it again. I think I'm gonna check them now. Bait went bye-bye. New piece of bait. I'm gonna put this back in the bag. I'm gonna use the rest of this skipjack up. Cut a big chunk. Ducks are laughing. Flip this out there.